Hi everyone, how you doing? Haven't made a video there now for about a week, so I just thought I think I'll make a video. And today's video is healing after a heart attack. Now I'm actually going to make it well. It's healing after a heart attack, whether you've had a bypass or a stent. And even 14 years later, I'm still got this channel, and I still talk about it. And it's simple things. It's like I'm blood thinners, and with the hot weather, uh, in work we've sort of had windows wide open, air conditioning coming down, and even a simple thing like the blood thinner. When you've got the air conditioning on in work, you know it actually feels colder. It's just one of those things. You never really get over a heart attack. Healing after a heart attack, well, I found it very hard. I didn't find it hard actually. The physical side of healing after a heart attack. Um, Nowadays they have you up and walking about the ward anyway before you even get your stent or before you even get out. So there's no problem there. And then once you have your stent or your bypass or whatever, with me, I was sort of driving within 4 weeks. I was out walking within 4 weeks, and then I went to the rehab, and I was able to take on, good sort of sturdy cardio exercise, like the rowing machine, exercise bike, stuff like that there. And then I joined the gym and I went swimming. And my swimming actually progressed quite nicely. I was able to sort of go from swimming across the pool to swimming full lengths. The reason I didn't start swimming the full length was I had it in my head that if I actually swam to the other end of the pool, I would get to the deep end, take a heart attack, and, and down I would go and drown. But you wouldn't even drown because if you took a heart attack, you would have died of the heart attack. But it's just those funny things that goes through your mind, and it's things that you worry about in the first sort of months and then year after the heart attack. And then even after you've gone a year after the heart attack and everything's fine, you've been in the Plavax, you've been in the aspirin for your heart. So, the first year is the hardest. That is when, if you have a stent or whatever, that would block over within the first year. After that, you know, you don't take things for granted. I never take things for granted, but I do have a confident attitude about my heart attack. My father died of a heart attack when he was 46. I had my heart attack when I was 53, and lo and behold, I'm now 67. And yes, I know I don't look 67. I look, could we get away with 57? What do you think? Yeah? No? Anyway, I enjoyed swimming. I found swimming one of the best exercises, and whenever I had the heart attack, I was 14 stone 7. Now, this is really unbelievable. I had the heart attack when I was 53. I was 14 stone 7, right? Now, when I was 41, I was only like 9 stone 3. I was a really skinny person until I sort of went into my 40s, and I'd been off drink for 10 years, and then I started drinking and gambling and late nights and stuff like that. And I never really, looked after myself. So I basically blame myself for having a heart attack. So healing myself after the heart attack, I'm now going for long walks. I'm exercising more. I bought a rowing machine, and I bought a mini trampoline. Mini trampoline's really a good exercise. And, I eat good food, and believe it or not, I would fast the odd time as well, giving my body a rest. One of the main things as well, which I've told the people a lot of times in my videos, is drink a lot of water. Hydration is the most important thing within your body. Keep yourself hydrated, keeps your blood pressure down. Your blood pressure's down, you're not going to have a heart attack. Blood pressure, high blood pressure, is called the silent killer, and it is called that for a reason. I watched the program. I think it was Coronation Street, and the guy was actually doing a bit of cremating, and no, maybe it was another. It was a detective program. It was Columbo, but anyway, the guy was cremated, right? And all that came out was this wee small pile of ashes, and Columbo turned around and said to the guy, "Why is you've just cremated a whole body, and there's only a wee small amount of ashes that goes into a jug or something like that?" And his answer was, "Well, you've got to consider, the whole human body is mainly water. So, there you have it. I mean, it's a true fact. If somebody gets cremated, there's only enough to put in a jar. The rest of your body was water. And if you don't drink the water, you're going to dehydrate. And if you dehydrate, you're going to have high blood pressure. And high blood pressure will induce a heart attack. But healing in the first year and healing after a heart attack, physically it's okay. Mentally, it stays there forever. And I've read a lot of comments, from other people that have had a heart attack. And I used to think it was the only one because you'd have said to people in work, "Oh, I had a heart attack," something, and it says, "Oh, forget about it. You don't need to go on about it. Forget about it. For goodness sake, put it behind you." But anybody that's had a heart attack knows, you can't really put it behind you. You can try and forget about it, but it's always there. You're always going to know you've had a heart attack, and you will always have that worry that you will have another heart attack. I'm not so bad now because I know that the technology has really improved vastly. So, if you take care of yourself, keep yourself hydrated, get yourself good sleep. Sleep is very important too. People don't realize that, if you've got a bad sleeping pattern, that's going to affect your heart in a big way. And, basically doing your exercises. Somebody once left a comment in one of my posts, he's had a heart stent, I think it was about 15 or 20 years. And he said, the main thing is, get up your butt, get up your lazy backside and keep on the move. And that really is the thing. The Heart Foundation turned around and they sort of recommend sort of like 15, half an hour, 5 days a week. But I would be more of an hour's exercise every day and try and lose weight. The BMI is really, really important as well for healing your heart. The main factors in healing your heart is good diet, right? Dehydration, BMI, lose the weight. That is very, very important. Really, really important. How many really fat people have you seen that are in their mid-80s? Not many. Not many. The other thing is the exercise. For me, a good long brisk walk, and it has to be a brisk walk. Get your what do you call it? Your heart rate. Get the heart rate really up, and then another thing that's good for your strengthening your heart, believe it or not, is weights. Don't overdo it in the weights. Don't try and be sort of big Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just simple weights. Just get a wee small weight like that. Up and down. And rowing's good. Rowing's as good as a weight. Because you're rowing like that there, and you're building your heart muscle up. You've got to get the heart muscle built up because, if you do have another heart attack, having a really strong heart is going to be, it's going to be a real decider, and making sure you get there sort of alive. But I find now, 14 years later, I can really feel confident about it, and most of the healing of my heart was done in the first 6 months. I could do everything in the first 6 months, swimming the length of the pool and so on and everything like that. The only thing is the mental side. I mean, people talk about mental health nowadays, whereas back in the 70s, your dad or something used to go to your dad about, "Oh, such and such is brilliant. Oh, get you out there and you give as good as you get, your big girl's blouse." That's what my dad would have said, "your big girl's blouse." But nowadays it's mental health, and it is a fact. Your brain does rule your body to a certain extent, and with heart health, you do. I don't think you'll ever get over it. I know I don't, but I don't think about it as much as I used to. So heart healing is not only in the exercise bit. The heart healing is in the mind, and you've got to feel confident that your medicine is good. And if you do your exercises and you do everything that you should be doing, you give yourself a very good chance of living to a ripe old age. I mean, look at me. I'm 67, 14 years, and I mean, it's not just me. People have left me comments, and there was a guy interviewed the other day. He was doing a bicycle marathon, and he was 92, and he had 2 heart attacks. 92, unbelievable. I couldn't cycle a marathon. I like to try it because I like cycling. It's actually quite good, except there's too many cars in the road. But anyway, if you've had a heart attack or something and you're feeling a bit down or something, and it's just happened to you, don't be. I mean, here's me 14 years later, and there's people with heart attacks longer than me. So, you know, there are more sort of survivors living longer nowadays. And funny enough, I read an article on Google this morning that scientists have said that people in the future will live to be 150 years old. Can you imagine living to be 150? My God. Anyway, it's good to make a video again. I hope the people that follow me are still there. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach 1,000, but I think I'm at about 152. So if you could tell your friends and sort of, do subscribe to my channel. Give me a like there. I like a like. And hit the wee bell there for a notification. And do feel free to give a comment or tell me about your own what's been happening to you after your heart attack. How long did it take you to heal physically? How long did it take you to heal mentally? Because there are the two sides of the coin. But thanks very much for watching. You take care and look after yourself. Definitely. All right. Bye bye.